Hello, explorers! Welcome back to Historical Heralds. What if I told you that the history we're about to explore will change how you see the world forever? Stay tuned because today's journey will reveal the most important history the world ever created. In this video, we're going to unravel the most crucial moments in human history. From ancient civilizations to modern breakthroughs, each event we discuss has played a pivotal role in shaping the world we live in today. But condensing the vast history of our world into one video is no easy task. Let's dive into this monumental challenge together. The challenge? To condense thousands of years of history into a single video. Imagine sifting through countless events, wars, inventions, and revolutions to pinpoint the ones that truly changed the course of humanity. It's like finding needles in a haystack, but today we're up to the task. Cradle of Civilization, Mesopotamia. Let's start our journey with the Cradle of Civilization. Mesopotamia, this ancient region nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, is where human civilization as we know it began. From the invention of writing to the establishment of the first cities, Mesopotamia is a treasure trove of historical milestones. So let's dive into the rich history of this fascinating region. Mesopotamia, meaning the land between the rivers in Greek, is located in the modern-day countries of Iraq, Kuwait, Turkey, and Syria. This region is often referred to as the Cradle of Civilization because it witnessed some of the earliest developments in human history. Today, we'll explore its key contributions to the world, its major cities, and the cultural advancements that continue to influence us. Let's start with the geography of Mesopotamia. The fertile land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers provided an ideal environment for early agriculture. Around 10,000 BCE, humans began to settle in this region, transitioning from nomadic hunter-gatherer groups to settled farming communities. This transition marked the beginning of the Neolithic Revolution, one of the most significant turning points in human history. The abundance of water and fertile soil allowed these early settlers to cultivate crops such as wheat, barley, and flax. They also domesticated animals like sheep, goats, and cattle. The surplus food produced by these early farmers supported larger populations, leading to the development of the first villages and towns. By around 3500 BCE, these small settlements had evolved into the world's first civilization, Sumer. Located in the southern part of Mesopotamia, Sumer is where we find some of the earliest examples of urban development, complex societies, and cultural achievements. Sumerian cities like Ur, Uruk, and Eridu were bustling centers of trade, politics, and religion. These cities were characterized by their impressive architecture, including the iconic ziggurats, massive stepped pyramids that served as temples to the gods. The most famous of these is the Great Ziggurat of Ur, dedicated to the moon god Nana. One of the most significant contributions of the Sumerians was the invention of writing. Around 3200 BCE, they developed cuneiform, a system of writing using wedge-shaped symbols pressed into clay tablets. This breakthrough allowed for the recording of transactions, laws, and stories, fundamentally changing how information was stored and shared. Cuneiform was initially used for accounting and administrative purposes, but it soon expanded to include literature, legal codes, and scientific texts. One of the most famous pieces of Sumerian literature is the Epic of Gilgamesh, a mythological tale of a hero's journey that explores themes of friendship, mortality, and the quest for immortality. The Sumerians also made significant advancements in governance and social organization. Each city-state was ruled by a king, who was believed to be chosen by the gods. The king oversaw the construction of temples, the management of agricultural resources, and the administration of justice. Sumerian society was highly stratified, with a distinct hierarchy that included the king and his family, priests, merchants, artisans, and farmers. Slaves, often prisoners of war, formed the lowest rung of the social ladder. Despite this rigid structure, the Sumerians valued education and innovation, as evidenced by their advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Around 2334 BCE, Sumer was united under the rule of Sargon of Akkad, who established the world's first empire. The Akkadian Empire brought together various city-states and regions under a centralized government, facilitating the exchange of ideas and goods across a vast territory. Sargon's reign marked a period of prosperity and cultural flourishing. The Akkadian language became the lingua franca of the empire, and many Sumerian cultural practices were adopted and adapted by the Akkadians. However, the empire eventually fell due to internal strife and external invasions, leading to the rise of new powers in Mesopotamia. One of the most notable successors to the Akkadian Empire was the city of Babylon. Under the rule of King Hammurabi in the 18th century BCE, Babylon became a major center of trade and culture. Hammurabi is best known for his legal code, one of the earliest and most comprehensive sets of laws in history. Hammurabi's code, inscribed on a tall stone stele, consists of 282 laws that cover various aspects of daily life, including trade, property, family, and crime. The famous principle of an eye for an eye reflects the code's emphasis on justice and retribution. This legal system influenced subsequent legal traditions in the region and beyond. Moving forward to the 14th century BCE, the Assyrians emerged as a dominant force in Mesopotamia. The Assyrian Empire, known for its military prowess and administrative efficiency, expanded its territory through conquest and innovation. The Assyrians developed advanced military techniques, including the use of iron weapons, siege engines, and cavalry. They also established a network of roads and communication systems to effectively govern their vast empire. Assyrian kings such as Ashurbanipal were patrons of the arts and sciences, as evidenced by the Great Library of Nineveh, which housed thousands of cuneiform tablets. After the fall of the Assyrian Empire, the Neo-Babylonian Empire rose to prominence under the leadership of King Nebuchadnezzar II. This period, from 626 to 539 BCE, is often considered a renaissance of Babylonian culture and power. Nebuchadnezzar is famed for his architectural achievements, including the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. These terraced gardens, said to be built for his wife Amytis, exemplified the splendor and innovation of the Neo-Babylonian period. Babylon during this time was a center of learning, culture, and trade. The legacy of Mesopotamia is vast and enduring. The innovations in writing, law, urban planning, and science laid the foundation for subsequent civilizations. Mesopotamian myths, literature, and art continue to influence modern culture and thought. Today, the artifacts and ruins of Mesopotamia are preserved in museums and archaeological sites, offering us a glimpse into the ingenuity and achievements of our ancient ancestors. The study of Mesopotamia not only enriches our understanding of human history, but also highlights the remarkable capacity for innovation and adaptation in the face of challenges. From the dawn of agriculture to the rise and fall of empires, Mesopotamia's contributions to civilization are immeasurable. Its legacy continues to shape our world in countless ways. By exploring Mesopotamia, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities and achievements of human history. Ancient Egypt. Next, we move to ancient Egypt, a civilization that flourished along the fertile banks of the Nile River for over 3 millennia, has captivated our imaginations for centuries. Known for its iconic pyramids, mysterious hieroglyphs, and powerful pharaohs, Egypt's contributions to human civilization are vast and enduring. Let's start with the geography that made ancient Egypt possible. The Nile River, with its predictable flooding cycles, provided rich, fertile soil that supported agriculture. This abundance of resources allowed the early Egyptians to establish one of the world's first stable and prosperous civilizations around 3100 BCE. The unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under the first pharaoh, Narmer, marked the beginning of the early dynastic period. This unification laid the foundation for a centralized state that could undertake large-scale projects and support a complex society. One of ancient Egypt's most enduring legacies is its monumental architecture. The pyramids, built as tombs for pharaohs, are among the most iconic structures in the world. The Great Pyramid of Giza, constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu around 2580–2560 BCE, is a testament to the ingenuity and engineering prowess of the ancient Egyptians. These massive stone structures, built with precise alignment and mathematical accuracy, demonstrate the Egyptians' advanced knowledge of geometry and astronomy. The pyramids were part of larger complexes that included temples, smaller pyramids for queens, and mastabas for nobles, reflecting the importance of the afterlife in Egyptian culture. Religion was at the heart of ancient Egyptian society. The Egyptians believed in a pantheon of gods and goddesses who controlled various aspects of life and the natural world. The pharaoh was considered a living god, an intermediary between the gods and the people. Temples, such as Karnak and Luxor, were built to honor these deities and serve as centers of worship. The intricate rituals, prayers, and offerings conducted in these temples were believed to maintain the balance and harmony of the universe known as Ma'at. Another significant contribution of ancient Egypt is the development of writing. The Egyptians invented hieroglyphics around 3100 BCE, a complex system of pictorial symbols used for religious texts, official inscriptions, and monumental art. Hieroglyphics were crucial for maintaining records and conveying religious and cultural narratives. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone in 1799 was instrumental in deciphering hieroglyphics thanks to its trilingual inscriptions in Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphic scripts. This breakthrough allowed scholars to unlock a wealth of knowledge about Egyptian history, culture, and society. Ancient Egypt also made significant advancements in science and mathematics. The construction of the pyramids required precise measurements and a deep understanding of geometry. The Egyptians used a decimal system and developed early forms of arithmetic to manage resources, trade, and engineering projects. In medicine, the Egyptians were pioneers. The Edwin Smith Papyrus and the Ebers Papyrus, ancient medical texts, reveal sophisticated knowledge of anatomy, surgical procedures, and herbal remedies. Egyptian doctors practiced dentistry, performed surgeries, and developed treatments for various ailments, laying the groundwork for future medical practices. Art and culture flourished in ancient Egypt. The Egyptians are renowned for their sculpture, painting, and jewelry, characterized by their distinctive style and symbolism. Art served both religious and decorative purposes, depicting gods, pharaohs, and daily life with remarkable detail and elegance. The Amarna period, under Pharaoh Akhenaten, saw a significant shift in artistic style with more naturalistic and expressive representations. This period also introduced monotheism, as Akhenaten promoted the worship of a single deity, Aten. Although this religious change was short-lived, it left a lasting impact on Egyptian art and culture. Egyptian society was highly organized, with a well-defined legal and political system. The pharaoh, as the supreme ruler, enacted laws and ensured justice. Below the pharaoh, a bureaucracy of officials managed various aspects of governance, including agriculture, trade, and labor. The concept of ma'at, or cosmic order, was central to Egyptian law and ethics. Judges and officials were expected to uphold ma'at, ensuring fairness and harmony in society. Legal documents, such as contracts and court records, reveal a sophisticated legal system that addressed property rights, family law, and criminal cases. The legacy of ancient Egypt is vast and enduring. The architectural marvels, literary works, and scientific advancements of this civilization continue to influence modern culture and scholarship. The study of Egyptology has provided invaluable insights into the development of human civilization and the interconnectedness of ancient cultures. Today, the artifacts and ruins of ancient Egypt are preserved in museums and archaeological sites, attracting millions of visitors from around the world. The ongoing research and discoveries in Egyptology continue to enrich our understanding of this remarkable civilization. From the monumental pyramids to the intricate hieroglyphs, ancient Egypt's contributions to human civilization are profound and far-reaching. Its achievements in architecture, science, art, and governance laid the foundation for future civilizations and continue to inspire us today. Ancient Greece. From philosophy and democracy to art and science, ancient Greece has shaped the very foundation of Western civilization. Ancient Greece, a civilization that flourished between the 8th century BCE and the 6th century CE, has left an indelible mark on the world. Known for its contributions to philosophy, politics, art, and science, Greece's legacy continues to influence our modern lives. Let's start with the geography that shaped ancient Greece. Located in southeastern Europe, Greece is a land of mountains, peninsulas, and islands. This diverse landscape led to the development of independent city-states, or polis, each with its unique culture and government. The Aegean Sea facilitated trade and cultural exchange, helping Greek civilization thrive. The early Greeks, known as the Mycenaeans, built impressive palaces and developed a writing system called Linear B. However, it was during the Archaic period, starting around 800 BCE, that Greek culture truly began to flourish, laying the groundwork for the classical era. One of ancient Greece's most significant contributions is the concept of democracy. The city-state of Athens is often hailed as the birthplace of democracy. In the 5th century BCE, under the leadership of statesmen like Solon and Cleisthenes, Athens developed a system where citizens could participate directly in decision-making. The Athenian democracy was revolutionary. Citizens gathered in the assembly to vote on laws, while a council of 500 members, chosen by lot, managed daily affairs. This system, although limited to free male citizens, laid the foundation for modern democratic governance. The idea that power should rest with the people has had a profound impact on political thought and institutions worldwide. Ancient Greece is also renowned for its contributions to philosophy. Thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle explored fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, and ethics. Socrates, known for his method of questioning, challenged people to think critically and seek truth. Plato, a student of Socrates, founded the Academy in Athens, one of the earliest institutions of higher learning. His works, such as The Republic, delve into justice, politics, and the ideal state. Aristotle, Plato's student, made significant contributions to logic, metaphysics, and ethics. His writings on science and natural philosophy influenced scholars for centuries. Greek literature and drama have also left a lasting legacy. Epic poets like Homer composed the Iliad and the Odyssey, epic tales that have shaped Western literary tradition. These stories of heroism, adventure, and the human condition continue to captivate readers today. In drama, playwrights like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides created works that explored complex themes and human emotions. Greek tragedies and comedies were performed in open-air theaters and addressed issues such as fate, morality, and social justice. These plays laid the foundation for Western theater and storytelling. Art and architecture flourished in ancient Greece. Greek artists and architects sought to achieve harmony, balance, and proportion in their works. The Parthenon, a temple dedicated to the goddess Athena, exemplifies classical Greek architecture with its Doric columns and intricate sculptures. Greek sculptors like Phidias and Praxiteles created lifelike statues that celebrated the beauty of the human form. Their work emphasized realism and idealism, influencing Western art for millennia. The use of contrapposto in sculpture, where figures stand with weight shifted onto one leg, added a dynamic sense of movement and naturalism. Ancient Greece also made groundbreaking advancements in science and mathematics. Figures like Pythagoras, Euclid, and Archimedes laid the groundwork for modern mathematics and engineering. Pythagoras is best known for the Pythagorean theorem, a fundamental principle in geometry. Euclid, often referred to as the father of geometry, wrote Elements, a comprehensive compilation of mathematical knowledge that remained a standard textbook for centuries. Archimedes made significant contributions to physics and engineering, including the principles of lever and buoyancy. His inventions and discoveries continue to inspire scientists and engineers. In medicine, Hippocrates, known as the father of medicine, revolutionized the field with his approach to diagnosis and treatment. The Hippocratic Oath, a set of ethical guidelines for physicians, remains relevant in medical practice today. Hippocrates emphasized the importance of observation and clinical practice, advocating for treatments based on natural causes rather than supernatural beliefs. His work laid the foundation for modern medical science, promoting the principles of professionalism, confidentiality, and ethical conduct. Greek contributions to civic engagement and political thought are also noteworthy. The concept of citizenship, where individuals have rights and responsibilities within a community, was central to Greek society. This idea has influenced modern notions of civic duty and participation. Philosophers like Aristotle explored the relationship between individuals and the state, advocating for the common good and the importance of a balanced government. These ideas have shaped political theory and the development of democratic institutions around the world. The legacy of ancient Greece is vast and enduring. Its innovations in philosophy, politics, art, science, and medicine have shaped the development of Western civilization. The study of ancient Greece not only enriches our understanding of human history, but also highlights the remarkable capacity for creativity and innovation. Today, the artifacts and ruins of ancient Greece are preserved in museums and archaeological sites, attracting scholars and tourists alike. The ongoing research and discoveries in classical studies continue to shed light on the achievements and contributions of this remarkable civilization. From the birth of democracy to the foundations of Western philosophy, ancient Greece's contributions to human civilization are profound and far-reaching. Its achievements in art, science, and governance laid the groundwork for future generations and continue to inspire us today. The Roman Empire, from monumental architecture and engineering marvels to legal systems and cultural achievements, Rome's influence is vast and far-reaching. The Roman Empire, which spanned from 27 BCE to 476 CE in the West and until 1453 CE in the East, is one of the most influential civilizations in history. Its contributions to government, law, engineering, and culture have profoundly shaped the world we live in today. Let's explore the key achievements of the Roman Empire and their lasting impact on human civilization. Let's start with the geography and early beginnings of Rome. Located on the Italian peninsula, the city of Rome was founded in 753 BCE, according to legend, by Romulus and Remus. Its strategic location along the Tiber River and proximity to the Mediterranean Sea facilitated trade and military expansion. The early Romans were influenced by their neighbors, the Etruscans and Greeks, from whom they adopted many cultural and technological advancements. By the 6th century BCE, Rome had transitioned from a monarchy to a republic, setting the stage for its transformation into a mighty empire. One of Rome's most significant contributions is its system of governance. The Roman Republic, established in 509 BCE, introduced a complex system of checks and balances with consuls, the Senate, and the Assembly. This structure ensured that power was distributed and not concentrated in the hands of a single ruler. The Republic's principles of representation and rule of law influenced the development of democratic systems in the modern world. However, internal conflicts and power struggles eventually led to the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire under Augustus in 27 BCE. Rome's contributions to legal systems are profound and enduring. The Roman law laid the foundation for many legal systems in the Western world. The 12 Tables, enacted in 450 BCE, were Rome's first codification of laws, providing a basis for legal equality and justice. Under Emperor Justinian I, the Corpus Juris Civilis, or body of civil law, was compiled in the 6th century CE. This monumental work influenced the development of civil law in many European countries and remains a cornerstone of legal education and practice. The Romans were master builders, renowned for their engineering and architectural innovations. Their use of concrete allowed for the construction of enduring structures like the Pantheon, with its massive dome, and the Colosseum, an iconic symbol of Rome. Roman aqueducts like the Aqua Appia and Aqua Claudia showcased their ability to transport water over long distances using gravity. These aqueducts not only supplied cities with fresh water, but also demonstrated Rome's advanced understanding of engineering and hydraulics. The Roman road network was another remarkable achievement. Roads like the Via Appia connected the vast territories of the empire, facilitating trade, communication, and military movement. The saying, "all roads lead to Rome," highlights the central role these roads played in unifying the empire. Roman roads were constructed with multiple layers of materials, ensuring durability and longevity. Many of these roads are still in use today, a testament to the engineering prowess of the Romans. The Roman military was a formidable force, known for its discipline, organization, and innovative tactics. The legions, comprising heavily armed infantry and auxiliary units, were the backbone of the Roman army. The Romans developed advanced siege techniques, fortifications, and military camps, enabling them to conquer and control vast territories. Their military innovations and strategies have been studied and emulated by military leaders throughout history. Roman culture and society were rich and diverse, influenced by the various peoples and cultures within the empire. Latin, the language of Rome, became the lingua franca of the Western world and the precursor to the Romance languages. Roman literature, with works by Virgil, Ovid, and Cicero, has had a lasting impact on Western literature. The arts flourished with mosaics, frescoes, and sculptures, adorning public and private spaces. Roman society was characterized by a complex hierarchy, with distinct roles for men, women, slaves, and citizens. Religion played a central role in Roman life. The Romans were initially polytheistic, worshipping a pantheon of gods and goddesses. Temples, rituals, and festivals were integral to their religious practice. The adoption of Christianity in the 4th century CE, under Emperor Constantine, marked a significant shift. The Edict of Milan in 313 CE granted religious tolerance to Christians, leading to the spread of Christianity throughout the empire. This transformation laid the foundation for the Christianization of Europe. The legacy of the Roman Empire is vast and enduring. Its innovations in law, governance, engineering, and culture have shaped the development of Western civilization. The study of Roman history not only enriches our understanding of the past, but also highlights the remarkable achievements of this influential civilization. Today, the ruins and artifacts of the Roman Empire are preserved in museums and archaeological sites, attracting scholars and tourists from around the world. The ongoing research and discoveries continue to shed light on the achievements and contributions of the Romans. From the grandeur of its architecture to the sophistication of its legal systems, the Roman Empire's contributions to human civilization are profound and far-reaching. Its achievements in governance, engineering, and culture laid the groundwork for future generations and continue to inspire us today. Rise of Islam. Jumping ahead to the 7th century, the rise of Islam transformed the Middle East and beyond. Islam, a major world religion founded in the 7th century CE, has significantly shaped the course of human civilization. With over 1 billion followers today, its teachings and cultural contributions continue to influence societies around the globe. We'll explore the origins of Islam, its key figures, and the remarkable achievements that emerged from this transformative period. Our story begins with the birth of Prophet Muhammad in 570 CE in the city of Mecca, located in present-day Saudi Arabia. Orphaned at a young age, Muhammad was raised by his grandfather and later by his uncle. He grew up to be a respected merchant known for his honesty and integrity, earning the nickname Al-Amin, meaning the trustworthy. At the age of 40, while meditating in the cave of Hira, Muhammad received his first revelation from the angel Gabriel. These revelations, which continued over 23 years, would later be compiled into the Quran, the holy book of Islam. Muhammad's message emphasized monotheism, social justice, and moral conduct. Muhammad's teachings initially faced resistance in Mecca, where polytheism was deeply entrenched. Despite persecution, a small group of followers known as Muslims began to grow. In 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Medina in an event known as the Hijra. This migration marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad established a cohesive Muslim community, or Ummah, and gained political and religious authority. He forged alliances with local tribes and engaged in battles with the Meccans, eventually leading to the peaceful conquest of Mecca in 630 CE. By the time of his death in 632 CE, much of the Arabian Peninsula had embraced Islam. Following Muhammad's death, leadership of the Muslim community passed to the Rashidun caliphs, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali. These caliphs were close companions of Muhammad and played crucial roles in the early expansion and consolidation of the Islamic State. Under their leadership, the Islamic State expanded rapidly, conquering vast territories in the Byzantine and Sasanian empires. This period saw the spread of Islamic teachings, culture, and governance across the Middle East, North Africa, and into parts of Europe and Asia. The Umayyad Caliphate, 661-750 CE, marked a significant expansion of the Islamic State, stretching from Spain in the west to India in the east. The Umayyads established a centralized administration, built impressive architectural structures, and promoted trade and cultural exchange. In 750 CE, the Abbasid Caliphate rose to power, ushering in a golden age of Islamic civilization. The Abbasids moved the capital to Baghdad, which became a thriving center of learning, culture, and commerce. Scholars from diverse backgrounds gathered to study and translate works of science, philosophy, and literature. During the Islamic Golden Age, 8th to 14th centuries, the Muslim world made remarkable advancements in various fields. Scholars like Al-Khwarizmi, the father of algebra, and Avicenna, a pioneering physician, made groundbreaking contributions to mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and more. Institutions such as the House of Wisdom in Baghdad became centers for intellectual exchange, where scholars translated and preserved the knowledge of ancient civilizations, including Greek, Persian, and Indian works. This period of intellectual flourishing laid the foundations for the Renaissance in Europe. Islamic art and architecture are renowned for their intricate designs and stunning aesthetics. The use of geometric patterns, arabesques, and calligraphy are hallmarks of Islamic artistic expression. Mosques, such as the Great Mosque of Cordoba and the Alhambra in Spain, exemplify the beauty and sophistication of Islamic architecture. These structures were not only places of worship, but also symbols of the cultural and scientific achievements of the Islamic world. The use of innovative building techniques and materials, along with a deep appreciation for harmony and proportion, set Islamic architecture apart. The contributions of Islamic scholars to science and medicine were transformative. Physicians like Al-Razi, Razes, and Ibn Sina, Avicenna, wrote comprehensive medical encyclopedias that were used in Europe for centuries. Their works on diagnosis, treatment, and pharmacology laid the groundwork for modern medicine. Astronomers like Al-Biruni and Al-Tusi made significant advancements in understanding celestial movements, developing accurate astronomical tables and instruments. Their observations and theories influenced later developments in European astronomy. Islamic philosophers such as Al-Farabi, Al-Ghazali, and Ibn Rushd, Averroes, engaged deeply with Greek philosophy, interpreting and expanding upon the works of Aristotle and Plato. Their writings on metaphysics, ethics, and logic had a profound impact on both the Islamic world and medieval European thought. Islamic literature flourished with works like 1001 Nights and the poetry of Rumi and Hafiz. These literary masterpieces explore themes of love, mysticism, and human experience, resonating across cultures and generations. Trade routes, such as the Silk Road, facilitated the spread of Islamic culture and commerce. Muslim merchants and traders connected the Islamic world with Africa, Europe, and Asia, exchanging goods, ideas, and technologies. Cities like Cairo, Damascus, and Samarkand became bustling hubs of economic activity and cultural exchange. The spread of Islam through trade and conquest also led to the cultural and religious integration of diverse regions. Islamic principles of justice, charity, and community welfare influenced the societies they encountered, promoting social cohesion and stability. The legacy of the rise of Islam is vast and enduring. Its contributions to science, medicine, philosophy, art, and architecture have enriched human civilization. The study of Islamic history and culture provides invaluable insights into the interconnectedness of our world and the shared heritage of humanity. Today, the achievements and teachings of the Islamic world continue to inspire scholars and enthusiasts around the globe. The ongoing research and discoveries in Islamic studies highlight the remarkable capacity for innovation and intellectual pursuit within this rich cultural tradition. From the revelations received by Prophet Muhammad to the intellectual and cultural flourishing of the Islamic Golden Age, the rise of Islam has profoundly shaped the course of human history. Its contributions to various fields have laid the foundations for many aspects of modern civilization. Renaissance. The Renaissance, beginning in the 14th century, reignited a passion for art, science, and exploration in Europe. This era of rebirth and innovation profoundly reshaped art, science, and culture, laying the groundwork for the modern world. Let's dive deep into the rich history and enduring legacy of the Renaissance. The Renaissance, spanning roughly from the 14th to the 17th century, was a period of remarkable cultural, artistic, and intellectual revival in Europe. Originating in Italy, it later spread throughout the continent, influencing every aspect of society. Let's explore the key contributions of the Renaissance and how they have shaped human civilization. The Renaissance began in the vibrant city-states of Italy, such as Florence, Venice, and Rome. This cultural awakening was fueled by the rediscovery of classical texts, the patronage of powerful families like the Medici, and the rise of humanism, a philosophical movement that emphasized the value of human potential and achievements. Florence, often considered the cradle of the Renaissance, was home to many of the period's most influential figures. Let's delve into the lives and works of some of these key individuals who left an indelible mark on history. Art was at the heart of the Renaissance. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael created masterpieces that continue to inspire awe. Leonardo, a true Renaissance man, was not only an artist but also a scientist, engineer, and inventor. His works, such as The Last Supper and Mona Lisa, showcase his mastery of anatomy, perspective, and emotion. Michelangelo's contributions to art and architecture are equally profound. His sculptures, such as David and Pieta, exemplify the Renaissance ideals of beauty and realism. The ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, painted by Michelangelo, remains one of the greatest artistic achievements of all time. Raphael, known for his graceful compositions and use of color, created works that captured the spirit of the Renaissance. His frescoes in the Vatican, including the School of Athens, celebrate the marriage of classical wisdom and contemporary thought. Renaissance architecture, characterized by symmetry, proportion, and the use of classical elements, transformed the urban landscapes of Europe. Architects like Filippo Brunelleschi and Leon Battista Alberti drew inspiration from ancient Roman structures to create harmonious and functional buildings. Brunelleschi's design for the dome of Florence Cathedral was a groundbreaking engineering feat, showcasing the innovative spirit of the Renaissance. Alberti's treatises on architecture laid the theoretical foundations for future architects, emphasizing the importance of proportion and harmony. The Renaissance was also a period of significant scientific discovery and innovation. Scholars like Copernicus, Galileo, and Vesalius challenged traditional views of the cosmos and the human body, laying the groundwork for modern science. Nicholas Copernicus revolutionized astronomy with his heliocentric theory, which proposed that the Earth and other planets orbit the Sun. This groundbreaking idea challenged the geocentric model and paved the way for future astronomers. Galileo Galilei, often called the father of modern observational astronomy, used telescopic observations to support Copernican theory. His discoveries, including the moons of Jupiter and the phases of Venus, challenged prevailing scientific beliefs and earned him both acclaim and controversy. Andreas Vesalius, a pioneering anatomist, transformed the study of human anatomy with his detailed dissections and accurate illustrations. His work De Humani Corporis Fabrica, on the fabric of the human body, set new standards in medical education and research. The Renaissance was a golden age for literature and humanism. Writers like Dante Alighieri, Petrarch, and Giovanni Boccaccio explored human nature, emotions, and the complexities of life in their works. Dante's Divine Comedy, an epic poem that takes readers on a journey through hell, purgatory, and paradise, remains a masterpiece of world literature. Petrarch, often called the father of humanism, emphasized the value of classical learning and personal introspection in his writings. Boccaccio's Decameron, a collection of 100 tales told by a group of young people sheltering from the Black Death, provides a vivid snapshot of medieval life and the resilience of the human spirit. The Renaissance also saw the emergence of new political ideas and philosophies. Niccolò Machiavelli, in his seminal work The Prince, offered pragmatic advice on political leadership and statecraft. His writings, though controversial, have influenced political theory for centuries. Humanist philosophers like Erasmus of Rotterdam advocated for education, ethical governance, and the reform of religious institutions. His works, such as In Praise of Folly, criticized the corruption within the church and called for a return to simple, pious living. The spirit of inquiry and adventure during the Renaissance also fueled the age of exploration. Navigators like Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan embarked on voyages that expanded the known world and opened new trade routes. These explorations led to the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between Europe and the rest of the world. The Columbian Exchange, in particular, had a profound impact on global history, introducing new crops, animals, and technologies across continents. The contributions of the Renaissance to human civilization are vast and enduring. The revival of classical knowledge, the emphasis on human potential, and the spirit of innovation have shaped our modern world in countless ways. Today, the art, literature, and scientific discoveries of the Renaissance continue to inspire and educate. The principles of humanism and the pursuit of knowledge remain central to our cultural and intellectual endeavors. From the masterpieces of Leonardo da Vinci to the groundbreaking theories of Copernicus, the Renaissance was a period of extraordinary creativity and intellectual achievement. Its contributions to art, science, literature, and philosophy have left an indelible mark on human civilization. Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th century marked a significant shift. Innovations in manufacturing, transportation, and communication revolutionized societies, laying the foundation for the modern world. This era of technological innovation and economic change fundamentally reshaped our world, influencing every aspect of modern life. Let's dive deep into the rich history and enduring legacy of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century and continued into the 19th century, marked a major turning point in human civilization. Originating in Britain, this period saw a shift from agrarian economies to industrialized societies, driven by technological advancements and new manufacturing processes. Let's dive into the key developments of the Industrial Revolution and their lasting impact on human civilization. Several elements contributed to this transformative era, including technological innovations, access to raw materials, and changes in agricultural practices. Britain's abundance of coal and iron ore, essential for powering and building machinery, played a crucial role. Additionally, the Agricultural Revolution, which introduced new farming techniques and crop rotation, increased food production and freed up labor for industrial work. Technological innovation was at the heart of the Industrial Revolution. The invention of the steam engine by James Watt in the 1760s revolutionized manufacturing and transportation. Steam engines powered factories, mills, and mines, leading to increased production and efficiency. Textile manufacturing was one of the first industries to be transformed. Innovations like the spinning jenny, water frame, and power loom significantly boosted textile production. Richard Arkwright's water frame, for example, used water power to spin cotton thread, leading to the establishment of the first factories. Transportation and communication underwent dramatic changes during the Industrial Revolution. The construction of canals, railways, and improved roads facilitated the movement of goods and people. George Stephenson's development of the locomotive engine in the early 19th century revolutionized rail transport. Railways not only reduced travel time but also connected previously isolated regions, promoting trade and economic growth. The invention of the telegraph by Samuel Morse in the 1830s revolutionized communication, allowing instant transmission of information over long distances. The Industrial Revolution also brought significant social changes. Urbanization accelerated as people moved from rural areas to cities in search of work. Cities like Manchester, Birmingham, and Liverpool grew rapidly, becoming major industrial centers. However, rapid urbanization led to overcrowded and unsanitary living conditions for many workers. The rise of factory work introduced long hours, low wages, and dangerous working environments. These harsh conditions eventually sparked labor movements and demands for social reform. The Industrial Revolution gave rise to labor movements and social reform. Workers began to organize strikes and form unions to demand better working conditions, fair wages, and reduced hours. The Chartist movement in Britain sought political reforms, including the right to vote for all men. Significant legislation emerged in response to these demands. The Factory Acts, passed in the 19th century, aimed to improve working conditions by regulating hours and setting safety standards. Social reformers like Robert Owen and Charles Dickens highlighted the plight of the working class, advocating for change. The Industrial Revolution had a profound impact on the global economy and society. It marked the transition from agrarian economies to industrialized nations, driving economic growth and increasing production. This era also saw the rise of capitalism in the modern economic system. Industrialization led to the creation of new jobs and the growth of a middle class. Consumer goods became more accessible, improving the standard of living for many. However, it also widened the gap between the rich and poor, highlighting the need for economic and social reforms. The Industrial Revolution spurred scientific and technological advancements across various fields. Innovations in chemistry, such as the development of synthetic dyes and fertilizers, revolutionized industries and agriculture. Advances in medicine, including the discovery of anesthesia and antiseptics, improved healthcare. Inventors and engineers like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla made significant contributions to electrical engineering. Edison's invention of the light bulb and Tesla's work on alternating current electricity transformed everyday life and paved the way for modern electrical systems. The Industrial Revolution's impact extended beyond Britain, influencing global development. Industrialization spread to Europe, North America, and eventually Asia, transforming economies and societies worldwide. Countries like Germany and the United States became industrial powerhouses, driving global trade and competition. Colonial expansion during this period was driven by the need for raw materials and new markets. European powers established colonies in Africa, Asia, and the Americas, exploiting resources and labor. This expansion had lasting effects on global geopolitics and economies. While the Industrial Revolution brought many benefits, it also had significant environmental impacts. The rise of factories and mechanized agriculture led to increased pollution, deforestation, and depletion of natural resources. The reliance on coal as a primary energy source contributed to air and water pollution. These environmental challenges highlighted the need for sustainable practices and paved the way for modern environmental movements. Understanding the Industrial Revolution's environmental impact is crucial as we seek to balance industrial development with ecological preservation. The Industrial Revolution also influenced culture and education. The demand for skilled labor led to the establishment of technical schools and universities, promoting education and scientific research. This period saw a flourishing of literature, art, and music that reflected the changing social landscape. Writers like Charles Dickens and Elizabeth Gaskell depicted the realities of industrial life in their novels, raising awareness and prompting social change. The arts and humanities flourished as new ideas and technologies inspired creativity and innovation. The legacy of the Industrial Revolution is vast and enduring. Its contributions to technology, economy, and society have shaped the modern world. The innovations and changes that emerged during this period continue to influence our lives, from the way we work and communicate to our approach to environmental sustainability. Today, the lessons of the Industrial Revolution guide us as we navigate the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. Understanding this transformative era helps us appreciate the progress we've made and the work that remains to create a sustainable and equitable future. From the steam engines that powered the first factories to the technological innovations that changed the world, the Industrial Revolution was a period of extraordinary change and progress. Its contributions to human civilization are profound and far-reaching, shaping the way we live, work, and connect. World Wars. In the 20th century, World Wars I and II reshaped global politics and societies. The tumultuous periods in modern history, the World Wars, these global conflicts reshaped nations, societies, and the very fabric of human civilization. Let's us as we delve deep into the causes, events, and lasting contributions of the World Wars. The World Wars, spanning from 1914 to 1918 and 1939 to 1945, were monumental in scope and significance. These conflicts not only caused unprecedented destruction, but also led to significant advancements in technology, shifts in political landscapes, and profound changes in society. Let's explore the key events and enduring legacies of World War I and World War II. Let's start with the causes and prelude to World War I. The early 20th century was marked by rising nationalism, complex alliances, and military buildups. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in June 1914 ignited a chain reaction, leading to the outbreak of war. The war quickly escalated as alliances drew multiple nations into the conflict. The Central Powers, led by Germany and Austria-Hungary, faced off against the Allied powers, including France, Russia, and Britain. The war introduced new forms of warfare, including trench warfare, chemical weapons, and mechanized combat. World War I saw significant battles and turning points. The Battle of the Somme, the Battle of Verdun, and the introduction of tanks changed the nature of combat. The war also saw the first large-scale use of aircraft and submarines. On the home front, nations mobilized their economies and societies for total war. Women entered the workforce in unprecedented numbers, and propaganda played a crucial role in maintaining public support. The war ended in 1918 with the signing of the Treaty of Versailles, which imposed harsh penalties on Germany and redrew the map of Europe. The interwar period was marked by economic hardship, political instability, and the rise of totalitarian regimes. The Great Depression of the 1930s further exacerbated tensions. In Germany, Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party capitalized on economic woes and nationalist sentiments, leading to the militarization of the country. The aggressive expansionist policies of Nazi Germany, Fascist Italy, and Imperial Japan set the stage for World War II. The invasion of Poland by Germany in September 1939 triggered the conflict, drawing Britain and France into the war. World War II was a truly global conflict, with major theaters in Europe, the Pacific, North Africa, and Asia. Key events include the Battle of Britain, the invasion of the Soviet Union, and the attack on Pearl Harbor, which brought the United States into the war. The war saw unprecedented levels of destruction and loss of life. The Holocaust, orchestrated by the Nazi regime, led to the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews and millions of others deemed undesirable. This atrocity remains one of the darkest chapters in human history. The turning points of the war included the Battle of Stalingrad, the D-Day invasion, and the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These events ultimately led to the defeat of the Axis powers and the end of the war in 1945. The World Wars spurred significant technological and medical advancements. Radar jet engines and nuclear technology were developed during this period. The war also accelerated medical research, leading to improvements in antibiotics, blood transfusions, and trauma surgery. These advancements had far-reaching implications for post-war society. Radar technology, for instance, laid the groundwork for modern telecommunications and air traffic control. Medical innovations improved public health and saved countless lives in the decades that followed. The aftermath of the World Wars brought about profound political and social changes. The Treaty of Versailles and the League of Nations aimed to prevent future conflicts, although they were ultimately unsuccessful in stopping World War II. After the Second War, the United Nations was established to promote peace and cooperation. The end of World War II also marked the beginning of the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. This rivalry influenced global politics for decades and led to the formation of NATO and the Warsaw Pact. The world wars had a significant impact on the global economy and industrial production. The war effort led to mass production techniques and innovations that transformed industries. The Marshall Plan, implemented after World War II, helped rebuild Europe and set the stage for economic recovery and growth. The economic boom of the post-war period, known as the Golden Age of capitalism, saw unprecedented growth, rising living standards, and the expansion of the middle class. This period also witnessed the rise of consumer culture and the growth of multinational corporations. The cultural impact of the world wars was profound. The horrors of war and the desire for peace inspired new artistic and literary movements. Writers like Ernest Hemingway and George Orwell captured the disillusionment and trauma of the era in their works. Educationally, the GI Bill in the United States provided returning soldiers with access to higher education, contributing to the growth of universities and the expansion of the educated workforce. This investment in education had long-lasting effects on innovation and economic development. The world wars also catalyzed significant advancements in human rights. The atrocities of the Holocaust and the impact of totalitarian regimes highlighted the need for universal human rights protections. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted by the United Nations in 1948, set global standards for human rights. The wars also contributed to the decolonization movement, as colonies sought independence from European powers. This period saw the emergence of new nations and the struggle for civil rights and equality in many parts of the world. The legacy of the world wars is vast and enduring. They reshaped geopolitical boundaries, influenced global politics, and led to technological and medical advancements that continue to benefit humanity. The lessons learned from these conflicts emphasize the importance of peace, cooperation, and the protection of human rights. Today, the memory of the world wars serves as a reminder of the cost of conflict and the resilience of the human spirit. The ongoing efforts to preserve peace and promote international cooperation are rooted in the experiences of these transformative periods. From the trenches of World War I to the global battles of World War II, these conflicts have left an indelible mark on human civilization. Their contributions to technology, politics, and society have shaped the world we live in today. Civil rights movement. The civil rights movement in the 1960s, led by figures like Martin Luther King Jr., brought significant social change, challenging racial segregation and advocating for equality. This era of struggle and triumph fundamentally reshaped society, advocating for equality and justice. The civil rights movement, which spanned from the mid-1950s to the late 1960s, was a pivotal period in the fight for racial equality and justice in the United States. This movement sought to end systemic racism and discrimination against African Americans and secure legal recognition and federal protection of their citizenship rights. In this video, we'll explore the key events, influential figures, and enduring impact of the civil rights movement on human civilization. Let's start with the background and origins of the civil rights movement. The roots of the movement can be traced back to the early 20th century, with the Great Migration, where millions of African Americans moved from the rural South to the urban North, seeking better economic opportunities and escaping Jim Crow segregation. The formation of organizations like the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, in 1909, played a crucial role in advocating for civil rights. Early legal victories, such as the landmark Brown v. Board of Education Supreme Court decision in 1954, which declared racial segregation in public schools unconstitutional, set the stage for the movement's momentum. The civil rights movement was marked by several key events and milestones that galvanized public support and brought about significant change. One of the most iconic events was the Montgomery bus boycott of 1955 and 1956, sparked by Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat to a white passenger. Led by a young Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the boycott lasted for over a year and resulted in the Supreme Court ruling that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. This victory propelled King into the national spotlight and solidified the importance of nonviolent protest. Another pivotal moment was the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963. Over 250,000 people gathered at the Lincoln Memorial to demand civil and economic rights for African Americans. It was here that Dr. King delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, envisioning a future where people would be judged by the content of their character rather than the color of their skin. The March on Washington was instrumental in building momentum for the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This landmark legislation outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin and ended segregation in public places. The Selma to Montgomery marches in 1965 highlighted the ongoing struggle for voting rights. Protesters faced violent resistance from state troopers on Bloody Sunday, but their perseverance led to the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. This act aimed to overcome legal barriers at the state and local levels that prevented African Americans from exercising their right to vote. These marches were a turning point in the civil rights movement, showcasing the power of peaceful protest and the resilience of the movement's participants in the face of brutal opposition. The civil rights movement was driven by the dedication and courage of numerous influential figures. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is perhaps the most iconic leader, advocating for nonviolent resistance and inspiring millions with his vision of equality and justice. Other key figures include Malcolm X, who advocated for black empowerment and self-defense, Rosa Parks, whose act of defiance sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, and Fannie Lou Hamer, a fierce advocate for voting rights. Each of these leaders brought unique perspectives and strategies to the movement, contributing to its success. The civil rights movement brought about significant legislative and societal changes. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 were monumental achievements, dismantling legal segregation and protecting voting rights. These laws laid the foundation for further advancements in equality and justice. Beyond legislation, the movement also had a profound impact on American society. It challenged deeply ingrained prejudices and inspired other social justice movements, including the women's rights movement, the LGBTQ+ rights movement, and the disability rights movement. The principles of equality and justice championed during the civil rights movement continue to resonate and inspire activists worldwide. The civil rights movement also had a lasting cultural and educational impact. It fostered a greater awareness of African American history and culture, leading to the establishment of Black Studies programs in universities and the celebration of Black History Month. The movement inspired artists, musicians, and writers to address themes of race, identity, and social justice in their work. Figures like James Baldwin, Maya Angelou, and Nina Simone used their art to advocate for change and bring attention to the struggles and achievements of African Americans. The impact of the civil rights movement extended beyond the United States, influencing global struggles for equality and justice. Anti-apartheid activists in South Africa, civil rights leaders in Northern Ireland, and freedom fighters in various parts of the world drew inspiration from the movement's strategies and successes. The principles of nonviolent resistance and the fight for human rights resonated with oppressed peoples worldwide, contributing to the global human rights movement and the push for decolonization and independence in various nations. While the civil rights movement achieved significant progress, the struggle for equality and justice continues. Issues such as systemic racism, economic inequality, and police brutality remain pressing challenges. Movements like Black Lives Matter build on the legacy of the civil rights movement, advocating for justice and systemic change. The legacy of the civil rights movement is a testament to the power of collective action and the enduring fight for human dignity. It reminds us that progress is possible but requires vigilance, solidarity, and continued advocacy. From the Montgomery bus boycott to the passage of landmark civil rights legislation, the civil rights movement profoundly reshaped society and expanded the ideals of democracy and justice. Its contributions to human civilization are vast and enduring, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for equality. Digital revolution. And finally, the digital revolution of the late 20th and early 21st centuries has transformed how we live, work, and connect. The rise of the internet and technology has created a global village, breaking down barriers and fostering innovation. The digital revolution, spanning from the mid-20th century to the present day, has brought about unprecedented changes in our daily lives and global society. From the invention of the computer to the rise of the internet and the advent of artificial intelligence, digital technology has reshaped every aspect of human civilization. In this video, we'll explore the key milestones and enduring impact of the digital revolution. Let's start with the origins and early developments of the digital revolution. The groundwork was laid in the mid-20th century with the invention of the first electronic computers. In 1945, the ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, became one of the earliest general-purpose computers, revolutionizing data processing and computation. These early machines, although massive and limited by today's standards, marked the beginning of a new era. The development of transistors in the late 1940s and integrated circuits in the 1950s and 1960s dramatically increased computing power while reducing size and cost. The 1970s and 1980s saw the advent of personal computers, making computing accessible to the general public. Companies like Apple, IBM, and Microsoft played pivotal roles in this transformation. The Apple II, launched in 1977, and the IBM PC, introduced in 1981, brought computing to homes and offices worldwide. Software development also took off during this period. Microsoft's Windows operating system, first released in 1985, became a cornerstone of personal computing. Meanwhile, software applications like spreadsheets, word processors, and databases revolutionized business and personal productivity. One of the most transformative aspects of the digital revolution is the rise of the Internet and the World Wide Web. The Internet, initially developed as a military and academic network in the 1960s, expanded into a global communication platform by the late 20th century. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, making it possible to access and share information across the Internet through web browsers. This innovation democratized information, enabling people worldwide to connect, communicate, and collaborate like never before. The late 20th and early 21st centuries saw the explosion of mobile technology. The development of mobile phones and later smartphones transformed how we communicate and access information. The introduction of the iPhone in 2007 by Apple revolutionized the smartphone industry, integrating computing power with mobile connectivity. With the proliferation of mobile apps and wireless internet, people could now carry powerful computing devices in their pockets, accessing a wealth of information and services on the go. This connectivity fostered new industries, such as social media, e-commerce, and mobile gaming. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube have redefined how we communicate and share content. These platforms have created new avenues for self-expression, social interaction, and even political activism. Social media has empowered individuals to become content creators, influencing culture and trends on a global scale. It has also played a significant role in organizing social movements and raising awareness about critical issues, showcasing the power of digital connectivity. The digital revolution has also ushered in the era of big data and cloud computing. The ability to collect, store, and analyze vast amounts of data has transformed industries from healthcare to finance. Cloud computing platforms such as Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Microsoft Azure provide scalable and flexible computing resources, enabling businesses to innovate and grow rapidly. Big data analytics helps organizations make informed decisions, improve efficiency, and develop personalized services. Artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning are at the forefront of the current phase of the digital revolution. AI technologies, from voice assistants like Siri and Alexa to advanced algorithms powering search engines and recommendation systems, are transforming everyday life. Machine learning, a subset of AI, allows systems to learn and improve from experience. This technology is driving advancements in autonomous vehicles, medical diagnosis, and even creative fields like art and music. The potential of AI to revolutionize industries and solve complex problems is immense. The digital revolution has had a profound impact on the global economy and society. It has created new industries, job opportunities, and economic models. The gig economy, powered by digital platforms like Uber and Airbnb, has redefined work and entrepreneurship. However, the rapid pace of technological change also presents challenges. Issues such as digital divide, data privacy, and cybersecurity have become critical concerns. Ensuring equitable access to technology and protecting user data are paramount as we navigate this digital age. Education and healthcare have been significantly transformed by digital technologies. Online learning platforms like Coursera and Khan Academy provide access to quality education worldwide. Digital tools in classrooms enhance learning experiences and offer personalized education. In healthcare, telemedicine, electronic health records, and AI-powered diagnostics are improving patient care and accessibility. Wearable health devices monitor and promote healthy lifestyles, empowering individuals to take charge of their health. The digital revolution has also had a profound cultural and creative impact. Digital tools have democratized content creation, allowing artists, musicians, and filmmakers to reach global audiences without traditional gatekeepers. Platforms like YouTube and SoundCloud have launched the careers of countless creators, fostering a diverse and vibrant digital culture. Digital storytelling and virtual reality experiences are pushing the boundaries of how we consume and interact with media. As we look to the future, the digital revolution shows no signs of slowing down. Emerging technologies like blockchain, quantum computing, and 5G promise to drive further innovation and connectivity. Blockchain technology is revolutionizing finance and security with decentralized and transparent systems. Quantum computing holds the potential to solve problems that are currently beyond the reach of classical computers. 5G networks are set to enhance mobile connectivity, enabling new applications on the Internet of Things, IoT, and smart cities. The digital revolution has transformed every aspect of our lives, from how we work and communicate to how we learn and create. Its contributions to human civilization are profound and far-reaching, shaping the modern world and driving future advancements. But what is the most critical event in history that shaped the world as we know it? It's a tough call, but many historians agree that the Neolithic Revolution around 10,000 BCE is the key moment. This transition from nomadic hunter-gatherer societies to settled agricultural communities fundamentally changed human life. It led to the development of cities, the division of labor, technological advancements, and the eventual rise of civilizations. The ability to produce surplus food allowed populations to grow, leading to the establishment of complex societies and the eventual rise of empires and states. From the dawn of writing in Mesopotamia to the digital age, these pivotal moments collectively shaped our world. Each event built upon the previous ones, creating the complex, interconnected society we live in today. Understanding these moments helps us appreciate the progress humanity has made and the challenges we have overcome. Now it's your turn. What do you think are the most important historical events? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing history content. Thank you for watching and keep exploring.